Alright, so we're out hanging tree stands today and just want to talk about a few of the key things that you look for when you're selecting a tree stand site. And the first is, areas of activity, whether it be a food location, it be water, a heavy active trail, rubs or scrapes that you may find left over from last fall. Anywhere you know that there's deer activity or that there was deer activity likely during last deer season, those are going to be good places to start. Another thing to kind of go along with that is an edge. And what I mean by an edge, anywhere where two different types of terrain or cover features come together. So if you have an open wood and say it's, you've got an edge where it starts to get brushy and thick. Deer are going to like those edges, edges of grass and timber, even field edges. Deer like edges, and those are good places to start if you are looking for those areas of activity. Another thing we want to look at is wind direction. You want to always look at the predominant winds. For the time of year you intend to hunt the spot, and you want to try to have stand locations for every wind direction. That way you've always got a good stand that you can get into no matter what the wind direction is. One very important thing that's often overlooked is entrance and exit routes. How you're going to get in from that stand, how you're going to get out of that stand. A lot of times guys, they don't think about it, especially that exit route. So if you're blowing deer out every time you leave or every time you come into that stand, not going to take long, and you're going to start making them aware of your presence and probably start seeing some limited activity there. So think about how you can get in, how you can get out clean, and it might have to think outside the box here. If it's coming in a ditch, something like that, just to stay undetected, it can keep those spots good a lot later into the season. And the last thing we want to talk about is cover. And cover for you as the hunter. We don't want to be in a tree that looks like a telephone pole. We want to have some cover around us in the stand so it allows us to move a little bit, breaks up our silhouette, breaks up our outline, and also cover around the stand on the ground can be a very beneficial thing, especially if you're going to use any type of calling. When you've got cover around you, it makes it so, say a deer in the distance would have to come a little bit closer to investigate to see if there is or is not really a deer there where he's hearing that sound. So something to think about, all of these things when you're hanging a tree stand, and just keep them in mind, and should come in very useful this fall.